Plastic is literally at your fingertips all day long. Plastic keyboard, plastic folders, plastic lunch trays. The amount of plastic we encounter daily doesn't end there. But where does all this plastic go? We ship some of it overseas to be recycled. Quite a bit of it ends up in landfills, and more than you can imagine ends up on the loose as plastic pollution, eventually making its way into our waterways. Tiny plastic beads used in hundreds of toiletries like facial scrubs and toothpaste have even been found in our Great Lakes, the largest group of freshwater lakes in the world. Giant garbage patches, one twice the size of Texas, can be found floating around in the oceans, and all this plastic pollution is not the only problem for the earth, it's bad for our health. Plastic pollution is an issue that more Americans are paying attention to. Plastic bags are destroying the Great Lakes. People are going to the stores and buying plastic bags with their groceries in them, and when they're done using them, they just let them pollute the environment, which is going to the Great Lakes. Also, animals and sea creatures are being entangled in eating the disregarded plastic bags. Mistaking plastic bags for food is common amongst marine animals. Plastic clogs their intestines and leads to slow starvation. Others become entangled in plastic bags and drown. Plastic bags take hundreds of years to break down. Every year, our seas become home to more and more bags that find their way through our sewers and waterways. Every bag that's washed down a drain during rainfall ends up in the sea. Every bag that's flushed down a toilet ends up in the sea. Every bag that's blown into a river will most likely end up in the sea. In the article, Polluting Plastic Particles Invade the Great Lakes, it says between 1,500 and 1.7 million of these particles are polluted. Also, it talks about how the percentage has increased 50% ever since 1980. 100 billion plastic bags are thrown away in the U.S. We use an estimated 1 trillion plastic bags every year. The pollution of plastic bags is going into the Great Lakes. So what are they going to do about it? Have they made a cleanup job? Plastic is a material that Earth cannot digest. Every bit of plastic ever produced still exists and will be here with us for hundreds of years. Some people don't realize how much plastic we actually use. Approximately every year, around 500 billion plastic bags are used worldwide. So many that over 1 million bags are being used every minute, and they're damaging our environment. Plastic bags are now among the top 12 items of plastic debris most often found in the oceans along the coastline, ranging from Spitsbergen in the north to Falklands in the south. Even though it's happening in the oceans, it's still happening in the Great Lakes. So the question is, what are they doing to solve the problem? The discussions have focused on 2 strategies. 1, cleaning the oceans of debris, and 2, preventing the pollution in the first place. If we could all work together in cleaning up our Great Lakes and oceans, it would prevent more and more animals from being killed and or hurt. Well, now they're asking that anybody who wishes to use plastic bags can just use paper bags, because they can just be burned and reused and are stronger than plastic bags. If every store just slowly stopped using plastic bags, then they would eventually stop being used, and that would prevent animals from dying, pollution, and other things. Another thing they're doing is charging customers to use instead of wiping them out completely. So if a customer wants to use them, they can just pay a few dollars. That way, most people won't want to buy them and they won't be wasted. 132 cities in 18 states have been banned plastic bags. Do you think we should do the same?